Yeah, so good day and welcome to Talk Your Talk. I'm glad you're here and then I'm also glad that I am here. It's always a pleasure being here. It doesn't matter, I'm always happy to be here. Now, as you can see on the screen, what I'll be talking about is the African conspiracy. Okay, now that is as I see it, right? Now you have all in that conspiracy immediately as I'm speaking. I'm going to talk about Zimbabwe, Iraq, Libya, the Chinese. I'll be talking about Israel. Most definitely, you can live out a conspiracy and live out the US or even France and the UK. Can't. Otherwise, that wouldn't be a conspiracy at all. You have to include them in the conspiracy because most of the times they are the ones who actually spearhead it. So first of all, I will talk about as the opening between the US and Baghdad. Alright? Well, Iraq. Now, most of us, I don't want to go and tell you a whole set of story about things that you may have known already, or things that you could get on the internet or anything. Okay? So, I will just give you what is relevant to what I am talking about right now. Now, as you may recall, America and Iraq was in a war. As a matter of fact, America went and attacked Iraq. They attacked Iraq because they told us, I'm not saying that is the reason, I'm saying they told us. That is what they told us. They said that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. Okay? And they have to destroy Iraq for that. So they went and they destroyed Iraq. They killed Iraq president Saddam Hussein, and they spent a little while in Iraq, make sure that the people are totally subdued and in total confusion. Then they left. Right? They left. So they left Iraq in total confusion and mayhem. Good. Later, we get to understand that the reason or the real reason why they killed Saddam Hussein is because Saddam Hussein had decided that he want to put more control over the oil and maybe more value and on his product, which is oil. And as a result of that, he decided that he would not be selling oil in US dollar for US, no dollars again. He will be selling it in euro, for euro. So you could buy oil not with normal dollar, but you could buy it with euros. Now, Saddam Hussein and those guys are wise men because they know for a fact that US dollar are valued, or the value is in the mind actually, but it doesn't actually have some tangible backing. Okay, like how some people might have their currency and they could back it with gold or whatever they need to back it, right? But what Saddam and them also know is that the US dollar is just a manipulation of paper, right? Based on how they set up the market, it's just the trade with the US dollar, but that is just manipulating this whole system with paper. Okay, so they don't really want to be just full up a paper, just normal paper when you look at it without no value in their book. So he decided, well, euro more valuable. Now, obviously that would leave America in a bad state in relation to trade and stuff like that, because if everybody decides to do that, you know what's happening. So all big and powerful America playing, they rely on other people's market to survive. Okay, and they are actually saying they are the greatest nation on earth. And as a result of that, they decide, well, they would have to kill Saddam and destroy what he built. Alright? You see, they want to destroy it in such a way that it will break the will of the people, because they feel that if Saddam could do that, other people could do that too. So they want to destroy them totally. It is basically the same thing they did to us, how they tried to destroy us in slavery. Right? They actually did. Right? So they went in there and they destroyed Saddam completely. Right? Because of that. You see, these are the kind of people that will kill women, children, dogs, cat, everybody, just for their own livelihood, for their own people. They did it to the Indians, the Native Americans. Yeah, they did that. For land, they did it in a number of countries. A lot of places they just do it. All they think about is their well-being. Okay? So, as it turned out, they finished Saddam. So, that is one obstacle out of the way. One down, one to go. So, they turned their eyes on Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. Because what they know is that Muammar Gaddafi's system of operation is not like this, how they function. They function to rob the people, right? That is how they function. They function to rob, to destroy the people. Gaddafi function in a way whereby he loves his people, and because he loves his people, he do things for his people. He have the best health system for his people. You see, Gaddafi has that, okay? The best health system. He also has a system whereby his people, if they doesn't have money, if they are marrying, whatever it is, they will have their own place. You have free education, everything. You see, that is a true leader. That is a leader that think about his people and not only about themselves. We have to remember that. Okay? Gaddafi, that was Gaddafi's mission. Alright? And that is what he did. He didn't just talk, he acted. Okay? Now, Gaddafi decided that what he would do, he would spearhead an African bank, right? An African monetary system that will benefit the African person across the whole diaspora. It's not like in Libya only, right? It's everywhere in Africa, because Africa is a continent. And then if that happens, what would happen is they will use those monies and those banks whereby they do trading. So when you trade, you're trading gold, you see, because the wealth of Africa is in Africa. We have the gold. We would not let anybody come and take our resources and go. You understand? So the wealth will be in Africa, and then we'll be trading in gold. We has everything, and we could build more in Africa. We don't actually need the outside. We don't. Africa don't really need the outside. But they make you think that you need the outside. You don't. So, and Gaddafi was trying to teach them that. And and trying to implement that as a unified body, because the truth of the matter is, if we does not unite, I would always say that we have a lot of problems on our hands. We have to unite as a people. We must, okay? So anyway, with this whole bank episode happening with Gaddafi, and Gaddafi decided, well, that is the best way to go, which up to now, I know that was and is and would be the best way for Africans to actually step up and be who they used to be ages gone by. Okay? So they decide, well, if that will affect their kind of lifestyle, and they will have to rearrange their life to suit Gaddafi or suit African people who they don't like at all, which I know for a fact, then we have the bombs. We'll just kill them. And that is exactly what they did. So they killed Gaddafi because Gaddafi was trying to create a banking system for the African people. So we wouldn't have to go to the IMF, and you know who owns the IMF. It's the same people who call themselves Jews, which we know they are not. They own the IMF, and they manipulate every aspect of our lives as black people. They does that. It's the truth. They does that. And they will create chaos in your country just for you to run to them. You understand? They does that. Okay? So these people create the IMF for that particular reason, to control and manipulate other nations. Okay? Okay, so don't worry too much about the light change, right? Because I'm getting light in different ways and fashion here. Yes, so these people create the IMF to do exactly what they are doing. Now, they're also the same people that set up, that is the Jews, the so-called Jews. The same people are the people who actually had a big hand in our enslavement, right? We have to be aware of those things, people, right? So now that we established they kill Saddam for what reason, right? Then they kill Muammar Gaddafi for basically almost the same reason, trade, right? And they destroy all these years of work. I mean, these people's attitude is like the envy within these people, the enviousness within these people, is that these people and them blow Libya back to the Stone Age. You understand? Because they are the only ones who want to be like the shining light on the hill. Right? It's the same thing they did to us. You know, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think it was 1920 or 21. It's the same thing they did to us. Envy is a dread thing among these people, and most of the time, that is why they always hate us like that. It's out of envy, right? Because given the opportunity, we will do what we have to do without even thinking about those people. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So they destroy Gaddafi, and they make sure they destroy the country in such a way that it will take forever to build it back. Okay? And they have the things structured in such a way that these people never look like savages the way they would live. Right? And what you realize at this point in time now, in Libya, you realize that it have people trying to, they create so much chaos down there that people trying to escape the country. The country is not stable anymore, because that was the objective of those people who bombed this place and who killed Gaddafi. That was the plan. The plan is not, it's not like something that happened overnight. That was the plan. So when they have everybody in chaos, now they have people actually going back into slavery, right? People enslaving people in Africa. That is what is going on. And then on top of that, you have people raiding people's organs, right? Calling people and cut their guts and pull out their heart or pull out their kidney or whatever it is to go sell it on the black market. Who does buy this thing? One set of people that are interested in that, and we know who. You understand? These are the people who does that. But then again, while we on it right here now, let us just tag back a little bit to China. How I realize I think China could be involved in that. Now we know, as a matter of fact, in sometime in 2000 and sometime last year, 2016, there was this report about some 1,600 prisoners that were executed in China. And then, as a footnote, after all that is being said and done, they are saying that the Chinese just kill those prisoners and harvest their organs, right? Now, a week or two ago, you had a report coming out of China saying that there was this group of people based on their lifestyle. You know, they live a clean lifestyle, okay? So obviously, they don't eat all this foolishness what other people eat and stuff like that. Do all the exercise and stuff like this. So it's just like China have them concentrated in a particular place, right? So when they want an organ, they usually go take one of them, kill them, harvest their organ and stuff like that. You understand? So we also know, we are still on China, that China is very, very, very involved, very much involved in the activities that is going on in Africa. As a matter of fact, Chinese get so bright now, they are marrying black women down there and making children. You understand? You see, everybody's trying to get a foothold in our nice little Africa. That's what they do. Everybody's trying to get a foothold. Now, on top of that, when Robert Mugabe was overthrown, if you recall, the news came out of down there is that one of the person that was involved, one of the top men that was involved in the overthrow or the ousting or whatever you want to call it, went to China, right? So he went to China, and then when he came back from China, then this plan was implemented, right? Now, I could safely say that China is actually seeking their own interests. They are not seeking yours, right? I could also say that I think that those Chinese are trying to get involved, right, in political affairs in different countries in Africa and stuff like that. So they will create policies and things that will harm, well, any policies foreigners make in your country, it does not be good for the indigenous people. It does not. So it wouldn't be good to the people of Africa down there, okay? So the Chinese are involved. And then you realize that with the slaving of the people down there in Libya currently as it is, what you notice is that, as I said earlier, people are harvesting people's organs down there. So the question is, who is buying those organs? You know, I wouldn't doubt if Chinese are involved in taking organs and buying organs, because the Chinese move around like they smart in this sense. Anyway they see a crack in your system, they fall through. You understand? Anytime they find a crack, they always look for the crack, and as soon as they realize there is a crack, an opening, that is where they push themselves. That is how these people and them function, right? And when they come in there, they will come and they'll open that crack, open that crack, open that crack, and embed themselves in that particular crack, and they're just there. That is what they do. You understand? Eventually, you just looking at them and your eye feeling slant. You understand? You gotta be careful with these people, man. Right? So they are actually involved also in the conspiracy. Right? Now, and their whole mission down there is to try to prove that we're not qualified. You see, I believe that they do all these things to keep us in a particular state, so at the end of the day, they could safely say that we're not qualified. If you look at all our leaders around the world, these people always come up with something to try to destroy the reputation of this person, to destroy the character of this person. They always do that. We know that. They always do this thing. I don't know, but we know now. Because we know it's the evil in those people. And these people, believe me, them people don't love you, and they would never ever love you. Never. And those people are scared about you. Because they feel that if you survive, as a matter of fact, for them to survive, you have to die or you have to be in total subjection to them. You understand? That is how these people and them reading it. You understand? Those people and them feel that if they give you a chance to build up yourself and develop yourself as a person, you understand, it will affect their way of life. Right? That is how these people and them looking at it. So these people and them don't want to see you rise at all, at all, at all. So I doesn't see why you have to go grinning teeth for these people and them. These people and them is devil in the true sense of the word. You understand? Seriously. These people and them is devilish. You understand? They just can't stand to see you lift your head. And unfortunately, it have a lot of our people that think the same, so you know they're getting the same judgment as them, right? But we have to be aware. I'm not telling you to go hating nobody, but I'm telling you be aware. You understand? You have to care. It's our people. You have to care. Alright? Now they have this guy in France. I think his name is Marco or Macron. Anyway, I made a video when I saw his article, but this video is too heavy, so I can't really post that video and thing, and they might lock me up. But anyway, he's a guy that said that it's African that actually slaving African. When people start talking, you know, it's like, in my view, it's like saying, why you telling me that for? Solve all your problem for yourself. And then goes on to say something like you have almost French soldiers who died in Africa. You know, now the question is who died in Africa. The question is, when French soldiers go to Africa, do they go to protect us or our people? No. They go seeking the government's interest, and that is robbing. We don't know that already. So when they die as thieves and robbers. That is how they die in Africa. You know? So Macron is an idiot in my book. You know? He's a total idiot in my book, saying these kind of things he's saying. So he have to stop that. Alright? Now, but if you realize, he is claiming they're down in Africa already. They give their blood and they give their life for Africa. So in that respect now, they have a claim on Africa. You get my point? They have a claim on Africa. Now, so going back now here now to the so I need to say that with Zimbabwe here, as we talk, they are going back to their slavery, because they're talking and stuff like that about their own Commonwealth. And as far as I'm concerned, if they actually did that, they just prove a point that black people, or some black people, are incapable of actually running their own affairs, right? And they have to go back to the white people or the slavers, you know, and stuff like that. And that wouldn't be so good on the black man reputation in Zimbabwe. Excuse. Now, they like to say we're not good at what we do. Now, you have this guy, I just want to, in just a note, that guy named Lowell Houghton, right? Now, he's a Jamaican, and he had been living in New York for quite a number of years, right? And he was very successful in his business, and he had this chain of restaurants, you know, selling Jamaican cuisines and stuff like that. But then a couple of days ago, he was found shot to death in his warehouse or something like that. Now, the thing about it, they say that he shot himself, okay? Now, people do shot themselves, right? Now, the news is just the news, right? But you know, there are certain things in the news that just have you thinking. And there's one part of the news where they talk about that, is that they are saying that there is a whole possibility that he could not run all the business, probably running all this business and thing will become so much of a stress to him that he just decided he'll just end it all right there. No, he's a black man. You understand? And that statement to me is just racial. I don't know how you look at it. To me, that is just a racial, stinking, dirty statement. Now, the thing about it is that they always say that we can't do anything for ourselves, right? But now they want to push this agenda that in smart, it's like snakes. These people and them will be laughing at you and grinning in your face. But in your mind, you have to be thinking you are looking at a snake, right? Don't think otherwise. It's not a human being you are dealing with. You are watching into the eyes of a snake. So they sneak up on you like that. So they come and they put a little thing in the papers that, well, probably that business, they may be the plantation, he might be working with somebody to save him all this stress. You understand? That is how they want you to be. But that is not us. We used to run the world. We could handle it. You understand? The Most High chose us for a particular reason. And running 120 restaurants, maybe the whole states, the whole United States, that is nothing for us. Right? We don't walk with those things on our shoulder, man. Anyway, so that is the point. They are trying to show that the business was too much for him as a black man. And people will say these things because of envy again. Envy. Envy. If he was rapping and stuff like that, well, that's easy for them as far as that concerned. But a man sit down and do a business like that, you understand? Yeah, that is too much envy. They couldn't really handle it. So they had to say what they say. So they say, well, probably he shot himself because the business was too much for him. So he's a black man. So you know that is racial. You also know that they're trying to prove that black men, they can't handle shit. Right? So the thing about it is that is what they do. And then the fact that Zimbabwe talking about going back to the Commonwealth, it's only showing that, well, something is wrong, right? We have to repair those breaches. Anyway, now, there is a next enemy that people hardly look at, right? They hardly look at this enemy, and this enemy is the people who live in Israel, right? The people who live in Israel and call themselves Jews, they actually call themselves the chosen people of the Most High. But in reality, we know that these people are fake. These people are fake, more fake than a Chinese phone, right? These people and them, they are from the synagogue of Satan. You understand? Them is not no kind of chosen people of the Most High Yahuwah. At no point. Right? These people and them took on our identity. Sent us in slave, took our land, took our identity. You understand? These people had been working with the Romans from ever since. You understand? These are the same people, you understand, that actually these people are Romans. You understand? These people do a lot of wickedness throughout the ages, and they are so disgusting. People are so disgusting with them that they hardly be in people's land, because people are accustomed running them, because they don't want them to take a foothold in their country, because they're gonna destroy it. These people and them is like vipers. These people and them is like locusts. I could tell you that. And once they get a foothold in your country, you're dead. You understand? Anyway. So these so-called wicked, evil people who living on my foreparents' land now, they are saying that they want to go to Africa. Now, like if Israel not in Africa. So they want to go to Africa now, because they say now that they love Africa and they want to see Africa, please. They want to see Africa develop. I mean, what is this again? I mean, of all people, even Israel want to jump on the sea a little opening in the crack like them Chinese do, and then down Africa they want to go. So what is actually going on with Africa now? But Let them go. You know, the Holy Scripture talk about the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? Now, everybody rushing to go down there in the valley of Jehoshaphat. But hear this. The Moses say, come down. He say he will gather you all down there. You understand? He will gather you all down there, and when he gather down there, that way you'll get your judgment. So everybody, all the wicked, and it's easy to see who is the wicked now. Right? All the wicked, each and every one of them, running. They want to go down in Africa. They know what they're going for. You see? Listen what Joel 3:2 say. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Ha! And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. We coming for you, man. Yeah. What have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from the border. Listen, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Elohim hath spoken it. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. You understand? Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Father. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So go on, each and every one of you, you France, America, England, Israel, each and every one of you, go down. Gather yourself together. Just gather, make yourself feel happy. You see, the thing about it is that most of you sit on all your so-called throne and telling yourself you all have it under control. But let me just tell you this. The Most High thoughts is not like ours. We can't think like the Most High. And one day you wicked, evil, demonic people will wake up to realize you all were never in charge. The Most High was just using you all to prove a point. Give thanks and praises to the Most High. So my people who are in Africa, my people who are here in this part of the world who are still in bondage, give praise to the Most High Yahuwah. He's your only hope. Right? To love your brother and love your sister as you love yourself, that was the commandment Yahushua gave us before he left. A new commandment I give unto you. Love your brothers as you love yourself. So they would know you are my disciples. Yes, so as we can see, to sum up this whole thing, it's simple. That had been a conspiracy going on forever. They always wanted to control Africa. Always wanted to. For the resources that is there in Africa. That's what these people always wanted to do. Now, and everybody who they think will stand against them, they kills them. Everybody who love the poor people, who give a help to the poor people, those people destroy them. It is a fact. Well, we know without a shadow of a doubt, okay, the works of Muammar Gaddafi. We know that Muammar Gaddafi loved black people because he's an African. Okay? And what he did for his people, hardly there is any country you can talk about did that for their people. Yet, the devils destroy him because they want to control Africa. Now, currently in Africa, I'm not seeing anybody really that is really strong or facing up, straight up to the US and France and the UK and those people. So now there is even more cracks in Africa. So that is why everybody is trying to move in now. Hunting ground, safari time. That is exactly what is happening in Africa. And it won't get better. It definitely would not get better. It will get worse and it will get more bloody. Because most likely these people are going down there for their judgment. They will go. They will play all this smart they could think about, but they would go. Russia is down there already, hanging out with Syria and them places. The US is always down there. All those places, they will be showing their hands down there now. So you will see them clear. It's just a matter you have to know the reason they are down there. And they may not even know the reason they are down there. You see, they have it in their mind what they think they're going down there for. But then, the real reason will be something completely different. And we know. So let them go down in the valley, man. Hang out in the valley of Jehoshaphat and chill out with what they think is their conspiracy. And I could imagine they may be rejoicing. Let them rejoice. Because the Most High wouldn't take long with them. just a few moments. Just a few moments, and he will give them what they want in one single day. One swoop, and then he will deal with them. So, if you look at this video, I'm really glad you do. Be at peace. Remember, love your brother, love your sisters, you love yourself. That is our salvation. And let us look out for our people and say a prayer for our people that is going through those hardships on the other side of the earth, right? Or we could say back home. Let's say a prayer for those people, because they are our people. So may the blessings of Yahuwah and His Son, Yahushua, come down in abundance upon you, and be at peace. I must say, for the wicked, yes, Yahuwah, give them the judgment. Serious judgment, don't make no joke with the wicked. And for the righteous, give them the reward of righteousness. Be at peace, brother. All the best. See you in another video.